The surface of the Sun is 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The atmosphere above it, the corona, is more than 2 million degrees. That is 200 times hotter. Heat does not flow from cold to hot. That is not a theory. That is the second law of thermodynamics, the most fundamental rule in physics, and the Sun is breaking it every second, right above your head. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory, SDO, has been staring at the Sun since 2010, taking a photograph every 10 seconds in 10 different wavelengths, building the most detailed continuous record of a star ever made. And in 15 years and over 400 million images, it has captured something that no one has been able to explain. The coronal heating problem, the single most embarrassing unsolved mystery in solar physics. And on Christmas Eve 2024, a spacecraft flew into the corona itself to find out what is going on. Here is what should happen. The Sun's core is 27 million degrees. Energy radiates outward. Temperature drops. By the time you reach the photosphere, the visible surface, it is down to about 10,000 degrees. Beautiful, logical, exactly what the second law of thermodynamics predicts. Heat flows from hot to cold, always. Then you enter the corona. The temperature does not continue to drop. It explodes upward, from 10,000 degrees at the surface to over 2 million degrees in the atmosphere above it. That is like walking away from a campfire and finding that 10 feet away the air is hotter than the inside of a nuclear reactor. This has been known since the 1940s, and in 80 years, no one has definitively explained why. SDO's atmospheric imaging assembly films the Sun in wavelengths that no human eye can see. The 94 angstrom channel captures plasma above 6 million degrees. When scientists analyze the light curves from these channels, watching how brightness rises and falls in different wavelengths over hours, they found a pattern. The hottest emission appears first, then cooler emissions follow in sequence as the plasma cools down. That cooling sequence is the fingerprint of an impulsive heating event. Not slow, steady warming, sudden explosions, millions of them, everywhere, all the time. They are called nanoflares. Each one carries 1/1000th the energy of a regular solar flare, but each one still packs the punch of a 10-megaton hydrogen bomb. Millions are going off every second across the Sun, and collectively they may be what heats the corona. But here is the problem SDO exposed. Even after 15 years of data, the nanoflare model still cannot fully account for the energy budget. The numbers do not quite add up. Something else is contributing, and that is where this story gets personal. Here is the debate that has split solar physicists for decades. What heats the corona? Drop A. If you think it is nanoflares, tiny explosions, magnetic reconnection, impulsive energy release. Drop A if you think it is waves, alpha waves traveling up magnetic field lines from below, dumping energy into the atmosphere. Lock it in. Because what Parker Solar Probe found inside the corona changes the answer. Theory A, nanoflares. Magnetic field lines in the corona get tangled by convective motion below. When the stress exceeds a threshold, they snap and reconnect, releasing energy in tiny explosions. SDO's data shows the cooling sequence is consistent with this, but the total energy from nanoflares alone may not be enough to heat the entire corona. Theory B, alpha waves. Magnetohydrodynamic waves launched from the photosphere travel up magnetic field lines and dissipate in the corona through turbulence. Parker Solar Probe's Fields instrument has detected these waves directly inside the corona. The energy flux is enormous, but the mechanism by which waves convert into heat at the right rate in the right place is still not fully understood. December 24, 2024, Parker Solar Probe's closest flyby, 3.8 million miles from the surface, 430,000 miles per hour, the fastest object humans have ever built, inside the corona for the first time at this depth. And what it found was neither purely nanoflares nor purely waves. It found both. Plus something no one predicted, magnetic switchbacks, zigzagging reversals of the magnetic field, arriving in clumps whose origin is still being debated. The switchbacks partly power the fast solar wind, but their relationship to coronal heating is still being unraveled. The coronal heating problem has not been solved. It has gotten more complex. Every instrument we send closer to the sun finds another layer of physics we did not expect. SDO gives us the view from 93 million miles away. The big picture, the full disk, 400 million images. Parker gives us the view from inside, the magnetic fields, the plasma, the switchbacks, the heat. Together, they are the deepest look into a star that any civilization in the history of the universe has ever achieved. And the answer they are converging on is that coronal heating is not one mechanism. It is an ecosystem of mechanisms, nanoflares, waves, reconnection, switchbacks, all operating simultaneously at different scales, in different regions, feeding energy into the corona through pathways we are still mapping. Here is why the coronal heating problem is not an abstract puzzle. The corona is the source of the solar wind. The solar wind is what hits the Earth. When a coronal mass ejection, superheated plasma from the corona, reaches Earth, it can knock out power grids, disable satellites, and disrupt communications for millions of people. Understanding how the corona gets heated is understanding how the sun attacks us, and we are still learning. The sun is 93 million miles away. It is 4.6 billion years old, and in 15 years of SDO watching, and 7 years of Parker flying closer than anything ever built, we still cannot explain why its atmosphere is 200 times hotter than its surface. That is where we are. That is how much we still do not know about the nearest star. Is it more humbling that the sun breaks the most fundamental law of thermodynamics, or that we have been staring at it for 80 years and still do not know how? Drop your answer below. If you want to understand the star that keeps you alive, and the mysteries it is still hiding in plain sight, hit the subscription link in my bio right now and subscribe. Every week we go deeper. Next up, the moon is about to do something to every coastline on Earth that it has not done in 18 years. And NASA says we are not ready. That story is already live.